Hello everybody, Niso here, and welcome back to My Hero Academia Season 5 reaction series here on the channel today. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have episodes 10, 11, and 12, which I think is going to be the end of this arc. I'm not sure, I'm guessing it's going to be the end of this arc. Because we have the last match of this arc, alright? The last match of the 1A versus 1B training thing. Team Deku, Uraraka, Mineta, and Mina versus Team Monoma, Shoda, Yui, Reiko, and Shinso. Right, you hear two names in there, Deku and Shinso, and your interest is piqued. Mine is as well. Because we have essentially been building up to this fight, this entire arc, this entire season. With the whole thing with the Vestiges and the previous users of One For All at the end of Season 4, and in this season as well, and then the whole thing with Shinso, just that's when you first saw them. Blah blah blah. We've essentially been building up to this fight, this entire arc, and I could not be more excited. I'm super excited to see what's going to be happening here, with Deku and Shinso, and obviously Monoma is a big player in this as well because of his quirk, and then it's just gonna be a good fight. It's just gonna be a good fight. I'm very excited to see this. Mina, Mineta, and Uraraka already said we are at a disadvantage, which we could be. It's gonna depend on what Shoda, Yui, and Reiko's quirks are, because we don't know them yet. And if we did, we probably saw them during like the festival or during the training camp, but I don't remember them. So who knows? But it's gonna be interesting to see, because they said like their quirks allow them to attack on long range without being detected easily, which I'm not sure what that means. 1B's priority is Midoriya, Deku, which is good for them, because he's I don't want to say he's the most dangerous, but he is the most dangerous. He's the main character, right? I think that's the best point we can make right there. And I think, as that being said, I don't have that much more else to talk about, so we might just jump straight into it. Because I just want to see what happens here, so we're going to pull up the reaction screen. The reaction will be actually in the description down below. You can click there and you will be taken to a redirect where you can watch just the pure reaction, and then you can come back here to YouTube to watch my discussion for the episode, and then you can go back, and then, you know, switcheroo. I've been doing this for a few weeks now. Actually, like a week, but whatever. Yeah, let's jump into it. I'm excited. Let's go. I'm also kind of nervous. My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode number 10. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So that was My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode 10. Alright, that's what that was. Okay, where do I start? Where do I start? I guess we should start with the obvious, okay? Deku just got a second quirk. That's a thing that just happened. That just happened right there. That was one of 6, right? He's gonna get 5 more after this. At some point, Black Whip. Okay, so that's the, I don't know what user that is. That's that guy's quirk, and it lets you do that thing, control like a weird black substance that you can use to capture people, but you can also use it to just destroy a bunch of things, apparently, since that we just did when our control. But if you can control it, okay, so that's Black Whip. So that's one of 6 quirks that goes to new get. Oh, remember when the show started and he had no quirk at all? Now he's gonna have 7. He's gonna have 7 quirks. And Horikoshi really was like, you know what? I mean, I can keep giving people stronger quirks. I could do that. Or I could just have it so people have multiple quirks, you know? You know, we had All For One. All For One had like 17,000 quirks. Now Deku's gonna have 7, one of them being One For All. The others all being powered by One For All. Yo. Yo. Yo! That was a thing that just went down. Okay. So he thought to himself, I'm gonna capture this guy, I'm gonna capture Monoma, and then suddenly he just started glowing, and then I don't know, I'm just gonna say fifth user, I don't know what user that is, was like, hey yo, you know what? Have my quirk. Here you go, it's for you. It's my present for you personally. And then it just went out of control, and then, okay, alright. So that's Black Whip. So that's the first quirk. Look, out of all the things I was expecting from this episode, from this series, it was not Deku getting a shit ton of other quirks. Just hand it to him. Okay. Okay, Horikoshi. Okay. That was, once again, unexpected. This entire arc, and many things in it so far, for me, have been, yeah, unexpected. This might take the cake. Because I was not expecting in this relatively happy, you know, tamer, not so plot relevant arc, for Deku to get a new quirk. Just saying that sounds wrong. It does not sound okay. Saying that Deku just got another quirk. The Ochako Uraraka, I keep switching between names. Gravity, small little backstory there was cute and I enjoyed it. It's nice to get all these little backstories here and there for these characters. Helps them build a bit more character. So that's nice. I don't even know anymore. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to take like a quick 5-minute break and then we're gonna jump into episode 11. I can't even say anything about, I mean, the 1B team, Reiko's and Shoda's and Yui's twerks are all cool. I like them. They're fun, right? That's cool. That was happening in this episode, right? Completely got overshadowed. 100%. Oh, yikes. Okay. I'm gonna pull up the next episode. And we're gonna watch episode 11, reaction, once again gonna be in the description. Alright, well, let's go. It is My Hero Academia season 5 episode number 11. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So that was My Hero Academia season 5 episode number 11. A very good send-off for this arc. All these fights were great, obviously. And to end it with Deku versus Shinso, and like all the Uraraka stuff in this episode was great as well. It was really cute at the end there with the shipping stuff right there. And I was that thing, the Monoma when he copied Shoda's quirk and used it in Deku in the air, that was smart too. But then obviously Deku, he's the main character, so he was like, nah, I'm still here. And then he wrapped himself up in the bandages, which was also smart, and he tackled him. Very, very good. Very good move from Deku right there. And just from everyone involved, like I said, I loved getting to see all the 1B people. I loved getting to see all the 1A people get more spotlight. This is actually probably one of my favorite arcs, actually. I'm gonna say, I don't know if I like it more than Sports Festival, but I think it's like, if I were had like, just like obviously ranking all the serious arts, I cannot rate this above like, you know, Bakugo Rescue or Shia Hazaitai, but just regarding all the lighthearted arts like Provisional Hero License and Exam, Remedial Course, Cultural Festival, Sports Festival, this is probably my second favorite. I think Sports Festival, UA Sports Festival is still number 1, and then this is probably my second favorite lighthearted arc. Which would probably still put this in my top 5 favorite arcs of all time, along with the Shia Hazaitai arc, and the Sports Festival, and the Bakugo shit, and also the Stay-In arc as well. Actually, if you count the Bakugo arc, like the Forest Ranger, the first half of season 3, if you count that all as one arc, then it's top 5. If it's not, then it'll probably be Shia Hazaitai, Sports Festival, Forest Ranger, and Bakugo Rescue Mission, and Stain. And if you count the Bakugo Rescue Mission and Forest as one arc, then I'll probably put this arc, 1A versus 1B, it's just what I'll call it, because I don't know the actual name of it, up there as well. I loved seeing all these characters do their thing, and a bit of the character development here and there as well for like Ida and Tokoyami, and even for 1B as well. Bakugo, obviously, Todoroki, so good, so good. That was okay, sure. I need more water. I'm out of water. I have one more episode to record. I was streaming during episode 10. That's probably why I drank all my water already. Yeah. Speaking of, we have one episode left of this set, episode 12. Which might be like the fully end to this arc. I don't know. Might already be the next arc. I don't think we have the OP, the new LP in this episode. I think it actually starts at episode 13 or 14. So we'll have that next reaction, which is very exciting. But just in case this is the last episode with the first OP and ED, I will shut up during the OP and ED and just let them play out. That's what I usually do. When we hear an OP or an ED for the last time, I usually just shut up to let it play. Have everyone enjoy the song one last time if you do want to hear it. And yeah, this episode was great, and I'm very excited to see this last one now. And with that being said, we're gonna jump right into it. Reaction is obviously down below in the description. And we're gonna see what is waiting for us in this episode right here. My Academia, Season 5, Episode number 12. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And that was My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode number 12. What a good episode that was. I want to talk about the Eddie Monoma stuff because that's interesting to me. The whole thing with that he can't. If it's a little cord that stores up energy, stockpiles energy, he can't actually use it, which makes sense. That's why he didn't use One for All. But the idea to have someone else use Eddie's Torch and then teach her how to use it afterwards was definitely not a bad idea from Aizawa. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But it's interesting to see this interaction between Eddie and Monoma of all people. Did not think that we did something like that. Bakugo and Todoroki are officially heroes now. Well, you know, they have their license. They can do hero work, which is very cool. Bakugo still doesn't have a hero name, and if he does, we don't know it yet. Because he wanted to be Teen Explosion Murder, but Midnight was like, we can't have that. That's not okay. So I'm still waiting on his actual hero name. Obviously, Todoroki's just Shoto. And yeah, they took care of that random carbonation guy. He makes carbon into water. what a good quirk. I mean, it was. I mean, he did just do this giant wave, but like. Actually, this reminded me a lot of the first episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which I learned this like I don't know, like a year or something ago. That episode was filler. The first episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is apparently not canon in the manga, with like Isaac Madoodle and everything. I think that's very interesting. Because I thought it was a good introduction to the series about like alchemists and stuff, but no, apparently that was not. The first episode of Brotherhood is not canon to the manga. Isaac Madoodle is not a canon character to the manga. Which I thought was very interesting with like the whole thing, how he, you know, used the Philosopher's Stone, he controlled the waves, he sent them through the city, and then he froze them all. Actually, I think he didn't use water. He just straight up froze like the lake, and then he just sent it out. That's what he did. Good times, FMAB man. First show on this channel. I can actually not believe that this channel is over 2 years old. But I mean, I guess I have to. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed this entire set. This entire set was really good, and it was a great end for this arc as well. Next time, we're not only doing a new opening and ending, we're also going to jump into a new arc. This episode could already be part of that arc. I don't know, nothing really big plot wise except for the last bit, really related to anything like story wise, other than just a bit with the Black Whip that it could have something to do with All for One. I'm expecting we're doing a more serious arc now, because that's usually how Academia seasons work. We have one serious arc and one or two more tamer arcs. So we'll have to see what's gonna happen next. I'm excited. I have 2 more sets of reactions to record. I'm recording this like a day or so after episode 18 was released. So tomorrow I'm actually gonna watch 13 to 15 and 16 to 18 and get that out of the way. And then you guys will get the 13 to 15 reaction later this week. So hopefully you are excited for that. And yeah, overall, it was good stuff. I enjoyed it, and I'm gonna wrap up this reaction here. So hopefully, if you did enjoy my reaction, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my content, and you can also like the video if you did enjoy it. I would highly appreciate it. Comment down below if you want me to react to any other shows that I will put on my list, or if you want to talk about this series with me, no spoilers. And yeah, what should I say? Episodes 13 to 15 will be up later this week, and I also have Fairy Tail going on right now, so if you want to watch my Fairy Tail reactions, you can also do that. And once we're done with MHA at the end of this week, I'm going to be picking up Fire Force Season 2 and wrapping that up as well. That's going to be, I'm recording this in advance, that's going to be next week, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'll hit you guys with an update video before I'm planning to change the schedule a bit. It's not even that much of a schedule right now. It's just I have the videos. I'll just upload them. But I'll hit you just with an update video in a few days about what's gonna be happening. Because I'm gonna change uploads a little bit for the next few weeks. But that'll be then. We have 2 more MHA reactions to go, at least for the 3 sets. Because I'm pretty sure by the time my reaction to episode 16 to 18 will be up. I don't think episode 21 will be up just yet, and if it is, then that's actually great timing. But I'm actually not sure, because I plan to, this week I should be uploading, and this is all pre-recorded, so this could not be how it's going on, but this week I'm planning to upload 9 to 12, 13, 15, and 16, 18, and then next week, because I'm caught up for myself, I should be doing Fire Force with like 1 MHA reaction sometime during the week for the remaining episodes, but it could actually be. Hold on, I'm actually not sure. I have a calendar right here. This week 18 was released. Maybe next week it's 19, then 20, then 21. Actually, I think we might actually have 1 more MHA reaction either this week or next week for episodes 19 to 21. Because as I said, I'm recording this in advance. For me right now, 18 is the newest, but we might actually have 1 more 19 to 21 coming either this week or next week. And since it's all pre-recorded, I'm not sure yet. But I'm pretty sure that's how it should work. And then for 22 to episodes, I don't know if it's 24, 25, how long the season is, I'll be doing those weekly most likely. But I don't know yet, and then this is going to happen in the future. Just the plan for now is, for this week we'll have up to at least episode 18, and then next week we'll do Fire Force, and then we might also have MHA in there. There probably won't be any Fairy Tail next week, but like I said, it'll all be in an update video. I don't know why I'm talking about this now, I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I'm wrapping up this reaction right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is nice signing out. Goodbye, everyone.